I worked on a mini bedroom makeover in Kinsley's room the other day, and so of course now Sawyer's asking for a refresh in her space. And I am so happy to oblige, not because it's going to be Sawyer's birthday, but because I actually never finished her room last summer when I transitioned it to the dopamine decor, which she still absolutely loves. This squiggle roller coaster is going nowhere, but a couple of months ago I did try rearranging this space and it just has not worked out, so I need to rearrange some furniture. She has also been begging for a rug and curtains, which is what I had never finished to begin with, so I do have some new curtains for her, and I think we're going to try out Kinsley's rug in here. And then I also got her this cabinet from Costway to help with toy storage, because as you can see, that has become an issue since she has started storing more of her toys in here. She has two closets in her room, and this one we've previously used for like toys and dress-ups, and this one has been used for her dresser and accessories. But I actually think we might swap these two and move her Barbie dream house over here. So I'm going to start with that and see if it works out. I have to admit that as a child, I always wanted a reading corner or a little play area like what I am about to create for Sawyer. And it is such a joy as a parent to be able to make these kinds of spaces and do these kinds of things for our children. Sawyer reminds me so much of myself when I was her age, and so I knew she was just going to be in love with this idea. And spoiler alert, it turned out great, and she does absolutely love it. She's spending so much more time playing with her Barbies and her dolls now, more than she ever has before. But before I could set all of that up, I just needed to move her dresser into the other closet and clean up this area. And moving that dresser revealed so many forgotten toys and dust and just dirt. I think there's actually like an old toenail under there or something, and just all kinds of dust and dirt in every nook and corner. So I'm going to be using my Eureka ReactiSense cordless stick vacuum to clean this up. And let me tell you, this is called the ReactiSense because it actually uses Sense and React technologies with intelligent sensors to adjust suction and brush speed automatically for a deeper clean and a longer battery life. It actually offers up to 60 minutes of runtime on a single charge and has a powerful suction of over 25,000 PA to instantly tackle both large debris and fine dust, along with an anti-tangle brush roll that effectively reduces tangling, making it ideal for pet owners like myself, ensuring smoother cleaning every time. It also comes with two interchangeable nozzles. I love using this precision attachment to get into all of the nooks and crannies around my home, and then this softer brush attachment is perfect for dusting baseboards, windowsills, and bookshelves. It also features a super lightweight, low-profile design with swivel steering and a 110-degree rotatable floor brush that makes it really easy to navigate around baseboards, corners, around and under furniture. The ReactiSense is anti-allergenic with a HEPA filter and complete seal technology that captures and traps over 99.95% of dust and allergens, and it features a one-touch dust cup release for easy emptying of the debris canister. But most importantly, it is on major sale right now. There are huge discounts happening right now, so don't miss out on your opportunity to snag this Eureka ReactiSense cordless stick vacuum on major discount. I'll have the link and discount information down in my description box, and thank you so much to Eureka for partnering with me and sponsoring today's video. Okay, so like I said, I think I'm going to try to put Sawyer's Barbie dream house in here and create like a little play center or play nook. But before I pull that over here, I found this small little rug at Walmart, I think it was, and it's so soft. The color purple almost exactly matches one of the colors in her wall squiggle. This is a look at it up close, and you can see it's kind of that cool toned lavender purple. It is so soft. And so many of you have heard me say before that Sawyer's love languages are stuffies and soft blankets, or really soft anything. So if I can make this work in this little space, she is going to absolutely love it. Having something like this just helps her to regulate and really enjoy her time a lot more. So yeah, hopefully this is gonna fit in here. Initially, I was pretty frustrated because this wasn't fitting the way that I thought that it should, but then I just turned it around long ways and I realized this would work out better anyway because it gives more surface area for Sawyer to sit on and play, and her Barbie dream house fit perfectly into the closet with the exact right amount of space for her doll's bunk beds on the other side of it. And then I'm just going to use this rolly cart and kind of set up a little doll Barbie station. Eventually, I'm going to come in here and do a complete overhaul, declutter through all of her toys and reorganize everything. And when I do that, the goal is to only have doll clothes, Barbies, and Barbie accessories in that entire rolly cart because I feel like that's what makes the most sense in this little play corner. But for now, I'm just gathering all of the accessories that I could easily find and see and kind of shoving them into the drawers, setting the larger accessories around them, and then we'll come back in a few days and do a complete overhaul of this space. Okay, what do you think? I know it is bold and bright, but so is Sawyer, so I think she's going to love it. The rug would only fit this long ways, but maybe that's a blessing in disguise because it kind of gives her more space to sit and play, and it won't overlap here once we rearrange all of the furniture on this side of the room. So I am going to move her bed back to this wall, bring out her other nightstand, and she said she wanted to keep Kinsley's desk from when we replaced this with a vanity because it has a drawer. Her current desk does not have a drawer. It just has this small opening, so I totally get that. It's no problem to keep Kinsley's old desk and replace Sawyer's, but there is quite a bit of mess back there, and this is a tight squeeze, so I think for now I need to move these two pieces of furniture out. Lucky for me, there is still this pathway of carpet here, so I can kind of just slide these right on out and it's not too much of a hassle. This one though, this gives me a run for my money. Every time I try to slide it, I don't know why. Oh, great. I just have to tell on myself for a second. This clip I had initially filmed as me talking while cleaning these things up, and I just had to put myself on mute and speed this up because it was just 1.8 minutes of me complaining that Sawyer had put anything in or on that desk when I had asked her not to. But meanwhile, really I was frustrated with myself because I told her that I was going to get to this within just a few days of doing Kinsley's room refresh, and instead it was over a week in between. And in that week's time frame, her room was so overloaded and overcrowded and cluttered with all of this extra furniture and just the mess that I had made in there. And so what can I really expect from a 7-year-old? Of course she's going to sit at the only available surface and play there. So anyway, I just have to remind myself of that sometimes my frustration is misdirected at my children and it's really my own mom guilt and anxiety getting the best of me. Moving a rug underneath of a bed with the bed still in the room by yourself is so hard, but I got it done. And now I don't like it. I think it would be fine if I hadn't gotten this rug, but because I have this one, now this one just is not looking right. But I'm not pulling that out by myself, so I'm gonna wait till Derek gets home. I'm not exactly sure when Derek will be home. He's actually out handling the Airbnb right now, which I'm so thankful for, so that I could get this done. And he's got both girls helping him so that this can be a surprise reveal for Sawyer. But I can still put the furniture into place. And then Kinsley's old desk that she said she would prefer over on this side. And actually, what she really said she would prefer is a vanity like Kinsley's. Not necessarily for makeup. She does have some makeup and body care items to play with, but she is heavy into her arts and crafts right now, and she loves the little cabinet on the bottom of Kinsley's vanity and the shelves, and she said it would be perfect to display her trinkets, so she might have convinced me. For today, she'll be just as excited about this, along with everything else going on in this room. Sawyer is very much still into her dopamine decor aesthetic and loving all of the pinks and purples in her room, so there's really no reason to change up her bedding. She's still loving her sprinkle sheets and her checkerboard bed blanket, and then she has just a solid purple colored comforter that eventually I might end up switching that out because it is two-toned and neither of the tones are really matching with the rest of the room. But for now, it's working. And then she just has this cherry throw blanket and her squiggle reading pillow. That is like her best friend. She carries it around the house everywhere and uses it all the time. But once I had her bed made, I randomly decided that I wanted to try pulling all of her books out of these organizers and just setting them on the shelf. And it ended up working out so well. I was able to free up so much shelf space that we can then use for some of her toys and her larger Lego sets. And I think Derek has laid claim to all of those organizers that he's going to repurpose for himself. It probably seems so random for me to have pulled those books down like that, but I feel like they fit better there. There's like more space for more books or some trinkets or toys. Right now I have her, what is it, like fairy thing and a Moana Lego. I'm not sure if that's where her books are going to end up permanently, but for now it's working. I really wanted these bins empty though, because I want to see, oh, they don't. Okay, that's no problem. I wanted to see if they would fit into this new cabinet that I had ordered. It's really not a big deal though that they don't fit in here because this has a lot of its own kind of organization. There's two of these cabinets and then two drawers that she can use for like maybe some sets of toys, and then this whole shelf over here. And I'm actually not going to go too in depth with organizing this right now because within the next few weeks I'm going to declutter in Sawyer's room and reorganize everything. Like, it's getting a complete overhaul ahead of the holidays. Sawyer loves to just keep everything. She has never met trash before in her life. And so decluttering her space frequently is absolutely necessary. And it's especially necessary before gift-giving holidays like her birthday or Christmas coming up. So I think I'm going to keep this like very, very simple right now. Just put a couple of her Mariah Elizabeth stuffies that she has down from her nets and these little things, and then some of her Mariah Elizabeth figures that she just loves so much. They really are just so adorable. And then call it a day because in just a few days I'm going to start decluttering and organizing in here. So you'll be able to see exactly what ends up in this cabinet, how we make use of this storage space, everything that we decide to keep in her room, and everything that we part with. And so I don't want to make you watch that 2 times. But I know that in the meantime, she is going to absolutely love seeing these few little trinkets in this space. But now for the only real request that Sawyer had for her room, besides that she desperately wanted a rug, was that she wants curtains. I measured the window earlier and it's about 79 inches across. So I'm hoping this curtain rod will work out. I got it from Walmart. I want to say it was like $11 maybe. This is what it looks like up close. Just a basic white ball on the end, and the entire rod is also white. And then I got her these blackout curtains because she is loving Kinsley's blackout curtain feature. They are this ribbed, almost velvet material in that beautiful lavender purple color, and they have purple grommets, so I just thought this was so cool. And they were only 14 bucks each, so really, if I'm not someone who's always trying to do the most, I could have done this room makeover for her for, what, $30, $42? Oh, plus the rug. Maybe $92. So under 100 bucks for a room makeover. Anyway, I'm gonna get these unpackaged and then do my very best to hang this curtain rod, hang it straight, and get the curtains up. You guys comment on a lot of my videos that I need curtains, and that's just to say I don't have a lot of curtains in my house, which means I don't have a lot of experience with hanging curtain rods, so hopefully I can get this right on the first try. I did end up getting it right on the first try, but I just made it super easy on myself to measure. So I just measured, I think it was 4 inches up from the window frame, right on the edge, and then like made my markings on the inside edge with the tape measure, and it worked out perfectly. And then I just lined the middle one up with the center, but I didn't show you that because the clip was way too dark, because by this time the sun was going down, so I was really up against the clock to get these curtains hung. We ended up making it just in the nick of time, kind of. I'm gonna have to come back the next day to share with you how everything turned out, but at least this did end up being a one-day makeover, and I was able to reveal it to Sawyer this evening, and she absolutely loved it. Okay, I had to turn the lamp on because the sun is starting to go down, so I'm losing light here, but I got the curtains up. I actually think I need one more panel for the center. I think I mismeasured, and so these panels just aren't wide enough. There's like a 5 or 6 inch gap when you try to close them, but it's okay. I can run out tomorrow and get that. We definitely are going to get a different rug, but I don't think it's going to be a one-day replacement. I think I'm gonna have to order the one that I want. So this is gonna be good enough for now. She's not even gonna notice. She's just gonna be happy that she has a rug and has curtains. Literally her only 2 requests for this space. But that's gonna wrap up for today's work, and I think I'm just gonna have to come back in the morning bright and early when there's some sunshine and daylight and share with you how everything turned out. So anyway, I hope that you all enjoyed hanging out, spending your time rearranging with me today. I cannot wait to go through this room and start decluttering and organizing everything before the holidays. So make sure that you are subscribed if you are going to need some decluttering and organizing motivation, because it is going to be coming your way within the next few weeks. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy today. That always helps to support the channel a ton. And don't forget to check out the links in my description box for my new Eureka stick vacuum. It is such a trooper. Love it so much, and just unbelievably affordable. So definitely make sure that you check out the description box for any discount information and links available. But thank you so much to Eureka for partnering with me and sponsoring today's video. Thank you guys for hanging out with me, and I hope that I see you all in the next one. Okay, before we go, as promised, here is a look at Sawyer's finished space the next morning in bright daylight. She is loving this desk, especially because it has a pull-out drawer for her to have all of her little notebooks and pens and everything organized. And she did pull out these glow stars that go on the ceiling. I was just too short to do them myself, so Derek has done them since then, and she's loving that. Also, here's a look at her bedding and the new layout of her space, and I think this is the permanent layout. It works so well this way and gives her the most playroom possible. And I love having this toy organization cabinet at the end of her bed. It is pretty narrow in its design, so it doesn't protrude out into the walkway too much, but it's got so much organization potential, and we are already loving it. It is keeping her things way more organized, easier for her to access, and also easier for her to keep her room cleaned, along with this little play corner that I set up. Everything has a space. It's kind of condensed into one area, and she's just playing in here so much better, so much more frequently, and she's cleaning up a lot easier. She's always been pretty good at cleaning her room. She's figured out a method that works well for her, but this has her getting it done in half the time. It's so much less stressful, and it is never a fight for her to be cleaning up. So I think that this is working out really well so far. I can't wait to get it ultra organized for her though. She is absolutely in love with this rug, as I thought she would be, because it's just so soft, and she loves that it coordinates with her new curtains. We did have to get a third panel to go in the middle because they didn't close all the way, I guess, but for now, this was just her dream room, and we haven't had any issues with her dresser being in the closet that has the doors on it. She's still able to access all of her hanging clothes pretty easily, and she can open her drawers all the way to pull out whatever clothes she needs in the morning, and hasn't really had any struggle with that, so that's been great. I did also set up this little center over here for her with a mirror and all of her bags on command hooks. Eventually, I might get her like an actual wall-mounted shelf with hooks on the bottom, but for now, this will do. And then once again, this is just a complete look at how her space turned out. She couldn't love it more, so I couldn't love it more. This room screams Sawyer, and that's exactly what we wanted. So I hope that you all enjoyed hanging out with me while I rearranged and organized this space a little better. If you did, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. That always helps to support my channel. Subscribe if you aren't already, and hopefully I see you all in the next one. Bye!